If you don't know who this is, then you probably haven't been on my channel for very long, because this is Hacker T-Dog playing the role of the ego. In other words, I'm going to talk about the very thing that stops you from feeling peace, the thing that makes you fear, the thing that makes you hate or have anger or not be able to forgive, and why it's there and how to control it, because this is your ego and it is totally trainable. Yes, it is. Let's talk about that right now. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through your fears and live an amazing life. I'm going to give you the tools to manifest anything. Yeah, anything. Welcome to my channel, where we go out there into the cray-cray area, because sometimes that's the only way I can explain things. Today, we're going to talk about the ego. We haven't seen Hacker T in a while, so thank you for coming back, and thank you, yes, for playing the ego today. Why am I using this adorable little guy as my ego, representing the ego? Now, Eckhart Tolle often refers to the ego as the pain body. In other words, he's placing it as this other type of energy that, are you distracted about something? Can you pay attention? All right, so the pain body, as Eckhart Tolle explains it, is really this energy that's with you. You are an absolute pure, 100% pure, perfect energy. You've never lost contact with that. But in order for this one energy that we share and are, to experience every possible definition of itself, we must appear to be separate. In other words, we can't really know what we are to experience pain or anger or not forgiving or all the things that the ego does. The ego is the dense part that we take on when we come to this planet, all right? So in other words, our pure form can no longer really recognize itself in order to believe that we're limited and that their resources are low. Don't worry, you'll get everything you need. And that basically you don't have to be afraid of anything. Now, if we didn't have all this going, well, we wouldn't even bother coming down here, because we'd just be staying on the other side, be doing whatever, looking really great, all skinny and gorgeous and whatever, never aging, all that good stuff. So here we get to experience the limitations of, the skin sagging and the aging stuff going on, and whatever form you came in that you don't like, and parents that didn't treat you well. So what is that? That is the density that allows us to believe all of the things that give us that experience of being human, loss. But because we are this one beautiful energy that really great, it's not out there, it's right here. Yes, it's even in you. When you realize that you are this one energy and you connect to it, you've never actually disconnected from it. You can access it at any time and break through this, dissolve this quantum made-up thing that we've created. Each of us has our own reality that we get to create. And what we do then is we recognize the ego in all of the dense energy around us for what it is. So it's with us as long as we're humans. It'll be here because that's the human experience. We're experiencing having egos and all that other stuff, right? So what happens? We become friends with it. I want you to recognize something about this little guy. So, let's get cozy here. Yeah, he's actually protecting you, right? Think of him as like a little doggy down there, and he doesn't even know that up there exists, right? And then what happens when the ego feels threatened? It protects you. All right, back off a little. Those are our friends out there. Your ego will protect you because it thinks that you are a material person and that there are limitations. It doesn't recognize that light that it is. It's that energy here on the planet that we step into because, you know, planet Earth has done some serious damage here and gone to lower frequencies. So it is an actual energy that we come into that is not what we originate from, but what we've created here. Okay, does this make sense? So here's what I want you to remember. When you have a negative thought, it is the density of the ego, only the ego. It's not something out there doing anything to you. It's your own lower frequency energy that you stepped into, and it's just trying to protect you. It's saying you don't want to be poor. We have to get the money. Let's do whatever we have to other people to get the money. All right, so it's just saying, well, we're on a planet and I'm dense and I can't think past this form here, this adorable thing. I mean, if you think of your ego as looking like this, it's pretty easy to say, okay, you know, behave, because I'm having that thought. I'm waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning worrying about money or worrying about my relationship or whatever it is. And I realize that it's just Hacker T, or your ego, whatever you want to name it. It's just that energy that's trying to protect me, to say, we can't be in this situation. We have to get out of this because it's uncomfortable. Your higher self, that is, if you connect, and that's where awakening comes, you connect to that, recognizes what this is and doesn't react to it anymore. It becomes friends with it and says, that's that human thing going on again. I don't have to believe it anymore because I actually have the power of the universe flowing through me, and that these things I'm experiencing are part of why I came here. I'm experiencing being human. We forget that. I mean, if you didn't experience the loss and the grief and the anger and the being able to forgive or whatever, then what's the purpose, right? There's no purpose. Well, I mean, not that I don't love you, but, you know, you get in the way sometimes, and we've got to separate this. So call him the pain body, and today he's just, you know, he's acting for us, but he's playing the role of the ego. So think of your ego as this sweet little thing. Yeah, he's so cute. Oh. A sweet little thing that just wants to make sure that nobody harms you, you know. He's going to be your watchdoggy. So what are we going to do about it? Okay, knock it off, would you? All right, so what are we going to do about it? We're going to imagine this separate energy, which isn't really separate at all, as part of the human experience. It's always looking out after you. He's always stealing the show, isn't he? He always has to steal the show. He thinks that's funny. Why is it protecting you? It thinks that it's limited. It is not recognizing what it is, because it is the energy that's been created on this planet for centuries. It is the one that believes that there's not enough property or money or food. And so it is a conditioning that we must become friends with. So when you battle it, you guys will just fight it. I don't want to fight you. Yeah, we're friends. See, he won't even pretend to fight me. Okay, that was enough. I have not lost my mind, I promise you. Do you think I've spent a little bit too much time in front of the camera by myself? I don't know. Okay, does this make sense? That anytime you hear a voice that's protecting you from something you don't want, it's the ego believing that it's limited and that it's protecting you. It believes that you need to get out of that job. It's only seeing that situation. It's not seeing a higher purpose. It's not recognizing that it can change. It's not recognizing that that actual situation is the reason you came here, and that's what you get to conquer in order to raise your frequency. And then this little guy just sort of hangs out in the background, you know. He just, hanging out there. Are you lifting your leg? Don't be doing that. This is your ego. This is the dense energy. This is just a protection system from the lowest kind of thinking limitations. It protects you in particular and what is important to you, so it could be family. You go to the defense of your family or your relatives or whatever, because you see yourself as separate. It is a separate thinking entity, even though we're not separate from anything, right? So let's just see it for what it is. No more battling, and you'll actually start to laugh when these thoughts come in. You're going to go, I am an absolute, unlimited, powerful being that came here to experience this cray-cray stuff that doesn't feel very good, and that this little guy is really having a major impact on me. And so I just have to see it for what it is and realize that this is not who and what I am. It's part of the role that we're playing. It's part of this whole scenario that allows me to experience the limitations and the, protecting ourselves and, he's this and she's that and all this other garbage we do. That's the ego. That's the ego talking, right? It's not you. He'll do anything to entertain me. I'm still not going to listen to you. So, and you can hear this, you'll hear it. Oh, I'm being threatened. They're getting something that I'm not, or I needed that. That raise was mine. You can hear it. It's how you react to it that is most important. So it's always going to be talking blah, 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 blah. I'm not listening. No, talk to the hand. You didn't like that? No, talk to the hand, because I am no longer listening to you. I recognize you for what you're doing, and I appreciate you. Thank you. But I'm not a dense human being. I'm a light being, and I can access things. I don't have to fight for anything anymore. I can create abundance. I can create love and great relationships. And that's me putting out and knowing that and giving that and not listening to this, because this is not giving. This guy wants to take. He wants to protect. He wants to get. So when I'm going out here into the quantum field of which is really truly who I am, I'm getting everything out here that is limitless. When I listen to him, well, he's a dense little fuzzy being. All right? And this is all he recognizes. And that's all you're going to see when you listen to that ego. You're not going to see that massive, endless, I'm looking out those French doors at endless space and stuff's floating out there. What's it on? What are we on? This is mind-blowing stuff, and yet we listen to this. All right, so I want you to go to Landria.com. All of that's done in the description. My free mobile app, getting you to switch your thinking from whatever this guy says to positive thoughts all day long. All right, it's free. And hopefully by the time you are hearing this, the iPhone version will be out. If you like it, please give me a great review. If you don't give me a review at all. All right, so I have classes coming up. The Miracle Circle membership, March of 2020. So if it's past that, go in and sign up. Monthly membership, it's super cheap. And I'll have that down here in the description also. And what do? We have weekly trainings on how to create miracles, what they are, and then we have a private Facebook group, and we actually go live a couple times, 2 or 3 times a month, and we place our order to the cosmos, and we focus as a group on miracles. So you can place your order and we will actually focus on it. Then I have replays in there, so if your order was in there, you couldn't do it live. You still get to participate in it. It works. I actually show you actual demonstrations that this does work, and we're going to then do miracle live sessions, miracle circles for planetary changes. This as of right now, the coronavirus is, everybody's panicking. I mean, what happened to the swine flu and the killer bees and mad cow disease, right? Yeah, I mean, these things come and go. They do some damage. I'm not downplaying it, but let's not panic, So let's get together as a positive group and see this thing disappear, heal it, and we're going to do stuff like that. And we're going to, if you have a personal situation, we're going to bring the group in, and we're all going to focus on that. Everybody gets to place their order, all right? You get to do this every month. So it's an ongoing membership, and you get the training every week from me. You get to go in the circle, and then we're going to share positive stories. This is going to be a super high frequency group. So it's live. You guys get to talk to each other. We're going to do live sessions that I will conduct, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you go down and join the Miracle Circle membership. I have a free email series down there, How to Manifest Anything in 5 Steps. You guys get all kinds of offers and discounts in that email list too. I'm giving you tools. And of course, over here, you're in the way. Yes, it's up here is my free workshop series. You can... Have you ever had a dog do that? They just like stare at you. I had a Jack Russell that used to sit and just stare at me. Up here is the workshop. That free workshop series is actually for my internet training, and we've got people learning how to use the internet to do all kinds of things. That Miracle Circle online, I got trained on how to use the internet to create those e-courses, to create all this stuff for you. So if you're interested in that, that's a free workshop that just Stop. That just explains how everything is. And I have to go because he just makes me laugh because he's not a threat anymore. Please subscribe, please share these videos. And you know, I'm sending you light and love. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Let's just keep it going. This planet is changing. Do you sense it? Do you feel it? Yeah, it's amazing. It's all good. And you can stay around. Yeah, you can't help what you are. And we're all going to love one another, aren't we? Okay, you ready to say namaste? Take care, everybody, and namaste.